sawdust in food, so I started adding small amounts of sawdust to her food. Brother, huh? Someone who should not be dating a 24-year-old. A whole lot of birds? What's your issue with birds? This is not the relationship for you. There's a compromise to be had here, and baby swapped at birth. Switched at birth. This cannot be real. Bend me over and call me Benjamin Buttons. Is there anything Reddit won't cover? 0 qualifications and barely made it through college. But he's ready to give some unsolicited judgment. Reddit Story Court is now in session. All rise for me. What's up, everybody? Judge Tavion W. Thurman is in court today, and the W stands for what the hell am I reading? And guess what? You guys are gonna take this what the hell journey with me, so buckle up. Alright, so our first case has a title from Am I the Asshole that I am pretty sure tells us everything we need to know, but we're not gonna judge until we get the evidence. Am I the asshole for hiding my boyfriend's dead dad's heirlooms? I reserve judgment. I reserve judgment. Woosah! Am I the asshole for hiding my boyfriend's dead dad's bird heirlooms in the house we sharing together? I, 27 female, and my boyfriend, 32 male, recently moved in together after dating for 8 months. 8 months is quite quick to me to be moving in together, but y'all do you, hey. Love blooms in different time increments. I know that seems early, but given rent and our schedules, it just made sense. He owns the house which he inherited from his father who passed away last year. The house has all of his dead dad's old furniture, art, and knickknacks, and while they're not horrible in quality, they're not really my style. The plaid wallpaper is a bit overwhelming, but my real issue is that there are a shocking number of ducks. Bird sculptures, a coat rack with birds carved in them, bird painting, etc. What's your issue with birds, huh? Honestly, it's a lot of birds. And I really want to make this our home, but it feels like I'm living in his dead dad's bird mind palace. We've spoken about getting new furniture and redecorating the house, but every time I so much as mention the birds, he completely shuts down. I understand he might have sentimental value here.
Do you think?
But he has never told me about his dad's birds' possessions before, and I really am struggling to understand why these birds are so important. What? You're struggling to understand why these birds are so important? You don't get why his dead dad's last possessions are so important? Obviously, it's a big part of who his dad was. Now, I'm not saying that you can't compromise on it. Obviously, he's compromising on the furniture and redecorating, which sounds like the house needs, because plaid is crazy. I don't know how old this house is. Last week, I removed one of the less conspicuous birds and hid it in the basement to see if he would notice or care. I forgot what the title of this story was, and I just realized where it was heading. Oh God. He didn't say anything, so the next day I took another. I have now hidden 7 birds, and yesterday he finally confronted me about it. I came clean, but said that if it took him so long to notice, then why does it matter so much that we keep them all? He started yelling about how heartless I am and how I am debasing his dad's memory. I asked him straight up, what is so special about the birds? And he said, if you can't get that now, you never will. Honestly, it's kind of straightforward. He doesn't need a real reason to keep something that belonged to his dad. He just wants something of his dad, you know? And this house is probably not forever, honestly. And so you can't just have the house itself as his dad's memory. But there's a compromise to be had here, but you're going about it so wrong. We haven't spoken since last night. I don't want the birds to get in the way of our relationship, but I really don't want them in my home. I think I'm an asshole for hiding the birds instead of talking to him about it. I also think maybe I forgot about his dad, which makes me an even bigger asshole. Am I the asshole for hiding them? Well, given the context and the evidence and how you went about it and what you said in the story, yes, you are. Going about this thing that you want to talk about by going behind his back, not okay. I kind of can get it. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. You said that every time you brought up the birds, he completely shuts down. He is set on it, which sounds like he needs some professional help, grief counseling. There needs to be a compromise. Some needs to stay out, some can get put away, but I'm putting this out here right now. It's not your decision. That's my take on this. It's not your decision because you just moved in, and I get that you're trying to make this your home, but you need to give time because you addressed in the story that you're already moving in early, and it's for more financial purposes than your relationship reaching that point. And you're moving into his inherited house from his dead father. And if you can't learn to be more delicate, this is not the relationship for you. Top comment: you're the asshole. It's his house, and if he wants to have ducks everywhere because it reminds him of his dad, then it's his house to leave them alone. If he kicks you out, he's right to. But on the other hand, if you want a future with him, you need to sit him down and not be underhanded and sneaky. Thank you.
And that's on period.
Apologize and say you were wrong, because sis, you were. And just say, explain to me about the birds. Listen respectfully, and if it's a deal breaker for you, find somewhere else to live, because it is important to him. I don't even really need to read more comments. That says what I am thinking. That she needs to be more wary, that she needs to understand, that she needs to compromise. And that also, right now, the decision is ultimately up to him. That might be a take. That might be a hot take. Because people are like, they're in a relationship, they got to compromise, not they're living together. I say there's a period of coexisting you need to do first. To really understand each other and then have those decisions and talks. Because they clearly did not have the talk of what life would be like living together before actively living together. But I will say having all those birds is crazy. But from what I have read in this case and from the evidence in the comments, I myself have to give the verdict that UOP are indeed the asshole. And as the judge, I have to give you the sentence of maybe and possibly talking. So our next case is very interesting because it's deleted. So this case was posted on Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for trying to help my girlfriend without hurting her feelings? Sounds innocent enough. Sounds like a story that could be just full of a misunderstanding and full of mistakes, right? I, 32 male, been in a relationship with my girlfriend, 24F, female, for almost 3 years now. When we first got together, she was pretty overweight and struggling with her self-esteem, depression, and anxiety. Over time, she started to work on herself, both physically and mentally. I've been incredibly proud of her progress and how far she's come. Lately, though, I noticed that she's been putting on some weight again, and it's been affecting her mental health. She mentioned feeling down about her body image, and her struggles with anxiety and depression have resurfaced. I genuinely care about her, and I don't want to see her suffer like this. I thought about talking it out, but knew it would just devolve into asking if I'm still attracted to her. And truthfully, I have lost some attraction over the last month or so. Brother? Huh? As if you, sir, truly love the person you're with, gaining a few pounds does not make you lose attraction. Her self-esteem being down shouldn't make you lose attraction. It should make you want to figure out a way with her to figure this out. Figure out what she needs. Does she just need a shoulder to cry on right now? Does she need some professional help? Does she need you to do it with her? But this whole, honestly, I lost attraction to her, grow the fuck up. I thought it would be better to take a more subtle approach. So I started adding small amounts of sawdust to her food. The idea being it would help her feel fuller, faster, and encourage her to eat less without her knowing. Punch me in the face and call me Benedict. Why is this the route we went to? Why is this the solution, sir? Where did you get this idea? There's an element in sawdust, supposedly, that does give an effect of feeling fuller or something. That component is taken out or found somewhere else and put into proper foods and gummies and vitamins to help you do that. You don't actively put sawdust. I was trying to prevent her from falling back into her previous state of depression and anxiety. Well, you're doing a bang-up job, sir. Unfortunately, my brother, 30 male, caught me in the act, and he was shocked and angry. He told me I was being manipulative and abusive. Absolutely. Which, okay, a little shady maybe, but abusive is a serious stretch. You're putting something in someone's food that they don't know that you're putting in. Now my brother is giving me an ultimatum. He wants me to tell my girlfriend what I've been doing by the end of the week, or he'll tell her himself. He believes she deserves to know the truth. I think what I've been doing is enough to help her without causing her unnecessary pain by revealing what I've done. She's already lost a few pounds. Oh, you had to make sure you put that in parentheses, huh? Oh, she lost a few pounds, so it's bound to be a good thing for her, right?
Oh, brother!
I told him I will stop, and I believe that should be sufficient. I don't see the point of telling her and potentially destroying the progress she made. Or are you scared that because you told her she's gonna break up with your ass? My brother thinks I'm completely in the wrong and that my girlfriend deserves the truth. But I generally believe I was doing what I thought was best for her, and I don't see it as a malicious act. Am I really the jerk for trying to help my girlfriend in this way, or is my brother overreacting? Should I tell my girlfriend what I've been doing or keep it to myself to spare her feelings? I need honest opinions here. Please keep in mind that telling her up front that she's put on weight could seriously set back her mental health. That's what you worry about? Telling her that she put on weight, not the fact that you will be telling her that you've been putting sawdust in her food, and that if you truly thought that it was right, you would actually have no problem with telling her. And I want to point something out. I very much don't like the phrasing of I thought I was doing what's best for her, and the fact that he is 32 and she's 24. That's 8 years of a gap. But to me, a person at 24, I'm 22, so I don't necessarily know, but I know 24 is that age where you truly are setting in to what life is going to be for a while. Foundation of your life, with everything that's going to happen above that foundation, which is not as steady, the foundation of who you are. So she is still young in that matter, and he's 32, mostly already figured much out. I don't like that he used the phrasing, figure out what's best for her, because it's talking like he views her as a child. It's talking like someone who should not be dating a 24-year-old. Y'all can tell me if y'all agree with that, but let's read some of the evidence in the comments before delivering our verdict. And these comments come straight from the original post, because those comments are still posted. The top comment says, sawdust? This has got to be a joke. There's no way this is serious. You're the asshole. Someone replies to that, my thoughts. This cannot be real. Someone made an interesting comment. Very important question you never answered on your other posts. Did you go out and find food grade filler, which would be a cellulose product most likely? Or did you deeply ignorant but read sawdust as a filler and put actual wood in her food? If it's the latter, you may be doing actual damage to her intestines. And also, anyone who maintains a lie in order to not upset someone knows they're being shitty. Thank you for that last part. My points exactly. But yes, like I was saying, there's actual food grade stuff. There's stuff that can actually provide what he was trying to recreate with the sawdust. But instead, he went straight. First of all, who has sawdust laying around? If you actively went out and bought sawdust for this, then you could have went out and got other products, talk to her about the products, and see if there's something that she wants to try. I can't even read this anymore. I can't even read the comments. You're an immense, huge, gaping, loose, runny asshole. The judge has spoken. So this story was posted 3 years ago, and it's posted on Best of Redditor Update. So y'all know what's coming up. We got an update. The name of this case is My 29 female husband, 31 male, got a paternity test on our daughter, 5 female, and it came back negative. But I never cheated. Now he thinks our relationship is a lie and wants a divorce. What do? I don't know how it happened, and I haven't been able to stop crying all day. I never cheated. I love my husband. We've been together since college, and he's the love of my life. He's handsome and kind, and while I've slept with 2 other people, both were before we got together, there is no other potential father for our daughter. We were married already and actively trying for a baby. I never cheated. I never would cheat. And I don't know why he took that stupid test, because I would never, ever cheat. And now he thinks he's not her dad. Okay, this is already rough because I don't know any other explanation but the big and crazy explanation. 1, you need to get another paternity test. 2, I need to test your DNA yourself, because this could mean that child was switched at birth, and I don't know what you do if you find that out afterwards. Truly, I don't. These past few months, it's like he's become someone completely different from the man I married. He's cold and suspicious. He kept demanding see my phone and wouldn't tell me why, and I showed him at first, but eventually told him I wouldn't anymore unless he explained why. He's been distant with our daughter too. He stays in his office for hours on end, and I don't know what he's doing. He accused me this morning, saying he's done the test after realizing that our daughter's eyes brown wouldn't naturally come from ours, both blue. He wanted me to get out of the house. I didn't leave, and he locked me out of our bedroom, and now I'm in my daughter's room. What should I do? Edit. Also, I just had a conversation with my husband. He's out of his room now, and we discussed some things. I told him again that I would never cheat and started talking about a list I made of tests I want done. But he told me that he didn't want to hear it right now. Okay, so you just don't want a solution.
And modern problems require modern solutions.
And then if she tests herself, sir, and you find out that she's also not related to this child, or that there was a mix-up and you are the father, you're going to feel like a complete asshole for not going down all avenues before you take the big leap of divorce and leaving. Now, when we have stories like this, it's hard to find a verdict. Because what exactly are we gonna sentence with, huh? It's not am I the asshole, it's not am I overreacting. So over here at Red Story Court, we sort of have to make our own verdict, guys. I want to pass a verdict from what we know, from the evidence that's presented to us. I want to pass a verdict on the husband, of how stupid he is being about this. Instead of finding solutions, they're staying in this house. She's trying to get hugs from him. He's locking people out of the room and not talking to the girl he thought he was his daughter but doesn't think is his daughter, whatever. Instead of trying to find solutions, instead of getting multiple tests, instead of her getting tested if she really didn't cheat, and doing everything you can to figure this out. So I'm going to pass a verdict that they are being immensely dumbasses. But without further ado, maybe I get what I asked for. It's time to celebrate 'cause we got an update. Time to celebrate 'cause we got an update. Give him all the glory, we continue in the story. It's time to celebrate 'cause we got an update. Hi everyone. First off, I wanted to thank everyone who reached out. My original post got so much attention, it was hard to get everything. But I ended up making a list of plans and tests I wanted to get done. My husband, understandably, distrustful of me for a while, but he apologized for the way he acted, which I didn't need, and said that he wouldn't try to kick me out of our home. He did say, though, that if every test came back and I cheated, then he was going to go scorched earth. We did a few tests, blood paternity for him and me and our daughter, and we had an appointment with a chimerism. I don't know this word. Chimerism. Tell me in the comments what that means. Specialist coming up. That got canceled because, well, some of you guessed it, but my daughter is not biologically mine either. If you didn't cheat, that's the obvious other outcome. Like, if you didn't cheat, and obviously now we know she didn't, that's the obvious other outcome of this. I don't know how this happened, but a police officer came to our house and took our statements, and we're suing the hospital where I gave birth. You about to get paid? I don't know what happened to my baby, and that is terrifying. I have my husband back, but my whole world was still upended. Yeah, I don't know how you deal with this. Like, you love the child in that room, that in the nursery you have right now, in your house. You love the child in your house. There's also a child that you also actively gave birth to, and they're with some other parents who don't know, but you now know their child is with you. You wouldn't know it if you're not in it, but there are a lot of situations of this, babies getting mixed up, babies being kidnapped from the hospital nursery. So many. It's actually kind of crazy. In the beginning, I stand by my verdict. Y'all were being dumbasses for not doing this earlier, but I am so sorry that you had to find out this way the truth. And I hope that the situation actually brings y'all closer and shows y'all that y'all can get through things together. And all I can do is really give good well wishes to you guys, and especially the children that are involved in this. I hope something gets figured out. I don't know the solution after, as in if you locate the child. I don't know exactly what you do. Hang on, guys. I gotta make up another jingle. It's
time to celebrate, we got
another
update. Time to celebrate, we got a
second
update. Give him all the glory, there's still more to the story. We got to celebrate
for another update. Because there's an update too. We found our biological daughter. She was in foster care. I don't think it was going to surprise a ton of people that the hospital we had her at wasn't in the best area. She was taken home by a family who ended up under investigation, and apparently when she was proven not their biological child, she was taken by the state. I feel terrible for that family, but at the same time so grateful to have found her safe and alive. Bend me over and call me Benjamin Buttons. What? We started the adoption process immediately, and well, we have some pretty significant resources now. I wouldn't say the settlement money makes up for what we went through exactly, but it's close to $2 million. Damn! We got our daughter. We got $2 million, and we got our daughters. We got $2 million. We got $2 million. We got 2 daughters as well. Oh, got 2 million and a daughter, and we are happy today. We explained to our daughter that her sister is going to be coming to stay with us, and that we still love her very much. She seems ecstatic at the idea. Here's hoping it works out in actuality. I don't know what we're going to do about the other family. My biological daughter doesn't seem to remember them very much, and I don't really want to involve them if I don't have to. But I know it's probably morally wrong not to let them know what happened. I mean, that poor mother must not have any idea what happened. I can only imagine how horrible that would be. For now, though, I'm focusing on my daughters, hoping to plan a beautiful life. But on Reddit, very much things can be fiction. By the way, it was a great story with a happy ending, and I'm gonna be happy about it. And I'm gonna redo my verdict that I am gonna sentence that I am very happy. Aww. That you guys are very happy, and that you evolved from being dumbasses in the first part, got the test done, figured out what's happening, got 2 million out of it, and 2 daughters. That's my verdict on that. Thank you guys so much for enduring these cases with me at Reddit Story Court. I think we delivered some good verdicts today. If you had a different verdict or a different take on any of these, let me know down in the comment section. And while you do that, you should also press that subscribe button, because this is Geek Elites by Heart. I'm not just the elite here. You all are. And you can do that by subscribing, by sharing, by liking, and by commenting. And also in the comments, let me know other stories you've heard that you might want me to read out loud. And just let me know in general what you think. But until the next court session, Reddit Story Court is adjourned.
You are special, you're the only one like you. There isn't another in the whole wide world who can do the things you do, 'cause you are special.